I've been noticing a trend. Every single fragrance reviewer talks about office-safe fragrances. But what about fragrances for us blue-collar gents? So I'm going to rectify that. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 blue-collar fragrances that work just as hard as you. So stick around, let's talk about them.
And you wanna write it down? Would it kill you just to listen?
What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to My 2 Cents 2.0. My name is Brian, and this is the channel that keeps you smelling great without breaking the bank. So, actually, hang on a second. I'm going to do this. Sorry about that. I'm definitely not going to be rocking my PPE whilst doing a fragrance review. I'm not at work. The first fragrance I have for you comes from the house of Afnan, and this is Highness 3, or Green. Now, this needs to be added to your PPE list. Do you like woody fragrances? Then this you're going to love. This reminds me a lot of Creed's Royal Oud, but actually has some oud in it. I didn't really detect oud in Royal Oud when I owned it. This thing is packed full of woodiness, and I love it. Even though I turn wrenches for a living, I have been a carpenter since I was a kid. I love the smells of woods. And this has got cypress, it's got cedar, it's got that oud in it, and it's not a funky oud, it's just a nice, adds a nice balance to the woodiness of it. It's got a nice creamy lavender, has some galbanum that's nice and spicy. This thing is a boss. This is something you could wear in the office, but if you're not working in an office and you're building an office, this would be a great fragrance to rock. Some people might say it might be a little too much for the high heat. I kind of disagree on that, because when you're in the heat, this thing just pumps off your skin. I would just go a little bit easier on the sprays, because this is a beast. This thing lasts all freaking day for me. I get great projection throughout the day. The more I sweat, the more this permeates. There's also a really nice woody leather in this as well. I absolutely love this fragrance. And if you're a hardworking man, whether you're turning wrenches, whether you're a carpenter, whether you're a plumber, an electrician, doesn't matter. This is a great fragrance to add to all your PPE. Yes, we have to protect ourselves from the dangers that lie within a job site. We also got to protect ourselves from smelling like crap all day. And this is a great blue collar fragrance that works just as hard as you do. I just did my full review on this one, and yes, it is a little bit more expensive, but I'll explain something here in just a second. And this comes from Malul, and this is Ocean Noir Parfum. Man, I have thoroughly been enjoying wearing this fragrance. Now, this is a little bit sexier, all right, than your common blue collar fragrance, but I think it'll do a great job because I've rocked it on my job sites, and even the guys that I work with are like, man, that smells good. What is that? It's Ocean Noir Parfum. It reminds me of the original Very Sexy for Him, mixed in with a little bit of the original Curve for Men, and a little bit of that Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. Now, it is a standalone fragrance. It just kind of reminds me of all those. More Very Sexy than any of the others. You get this nice citrus from Tangelo. There's also some salty aspects to it, some salty green qualities, some aquatic notes, lavender, cinnamon, some sage, some musky incense, some tonka, some patchouli, and a nice clean woody ambroxan. This lasts a good 8-9 hours, so it gets you through pretty much all your day, unless you're like me, which I work 12-15 hours a day, 7 to 14 days a week, depends on the job. But I really am enjoying what this fragrance does. Now, I was lucky enough to find my bottle brand new for $80 while walking through the mall in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and walked across a kiosk called Essence Fragrances. I got to know the guy behind the counter. He sold it to me for 80 bucks. Now, I know this is retails for like $140. You can go to the Michael Malul website, and if you've never bought anything from him before, you can sign up and you'll get 20% off your first purchase. That brings this down to $112. I am not affiliated with him. I'm just trying to help you save a buck or two. But what I would recommend, go to a perfume palace. Befriend the people behind the counter. Let them know that you saw this, this video or my review, which if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And tell them, this guy got it for $80. Why can't I? I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. But this is a great blue collar fragrance that works just as hard as you. And I would recommend it for pretty much any age range, from, your mid-teens all the way up until your mid-50s, 60s, 70s. You get what I'm saying. So I just realized I've got 2 Afnans on here. Oh wells. Anyways, the next one is Afnan 9 p.m. Night Out. Now you're probably saying, Brian, that's a date night fragrance. That's a night out fragrance. I don't see it as just that. In my opinion, this isn't all the time type of fragrance. It's a good signature scent, and it actually, I've been wearing it on my job sites in the high heat and Even when it was a little bit cooler, I was rocking this. This thing is amazing at what it does. It is fruity up top. Then you get a little bit of booziness. I didn't really get too much booziness when I first sprayed it on. There's a nice boozy quality to it. You get some lavender, some cardamom, and the booze in it is a little spicy. You get some really nice suede leather, some Akagala wood, adding a really interesting woody quality to it. It's slightly powdery, it's sweet and woody in the base, but it is not like bubblegummy whatsoever. It's a nice masculine sweetness, and some Ambroxan to give it some lift and some legs, and to last all freaking day. This lasts a good 10 to 12 hours on my skin. Great projection within the first 4 or 5 hours. But as I heat up, this actually starts projecting more. Every single guy on my crew was like, dude, this, whatever you're smelling smells incredible. And I work with a very interesting range of people. I am actually one of the oldest on my crew, but I work with like anywhere from 19 to 44. Everybody on my crew was like, dude, what is that? Because every single guy on my crew, we wear fragrances. It's part of our PPE. I know there's some people out there that are like, oh, you don't wear fragrances to a construction site. Bullshit. You do you. Do whatever you want. But I think this is a great blue collar fragrance that works just as hard as you. The next one is newer to my collection. I just rocked it in Phoenix, Arizona and Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is coming from Joe Milano, and this is Game of Spades Wild Card. Man, that bottle is shiny. There we go. This, you know, a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's a CEO type of fragrance. That's a, you know, working in an office type of fragrance. Look, just because you work in an office doesn't mean you get all the cool stuff and that us hard-working blue-collar guys can't have. This did great in the high heat of Arizona, in the high heat of Nevada. It was like 94 degrees. It was hot. It was dry, but it was hot. And this actually garnered me quite a few compliments. Not from people on the job site, except one of my coworkers, Matt. You know who you are. Doubt you're watching this video. But Matt liked this so much, he asked me where to get it. How can I get a bottle? You get some citrus up top. You get these really nice creamy white florals. You get a little bit of a coriander spiciness to it. A touch of a crisp, sweet apple. Really clean musks and a really nice woody vanilla. And the vanilla really adds to that creaminess as well. Yeah, this could be a CEO fragrance. This could be an office-safe fragrance. But it's also a blue collar fragrance that works really hard. I get great longevity out of this. Projection is really nice in the first couple hours, and it kind of starts, you know, dying down a little bit. But once you start heating up, it does keep projecting. That's what I noticed. If you're just wearing it, you know, to an office or, you know, on a date or just a signature scent, you're not going out there and sweating, projection might not be as good. But for me, I get better projection when I start heating up. Now, the first day I sprayed it, sprayed too many sprays, and it was a little cloying. So just be easy on the trigger. But in my opinion, this is a hard-working fragrance, just like you. This next one comes from the house of Le Falcone, and this is Kude. This is an awesome fragrance, and I'm surprised that a lot of people don't talk about the house of Le Falcone. I do have a video that's going to be coming out soon of me test driving all these fragrances and how I test fragrances. I don't want to say too much about why a lot of people don't know about Le Falcone. I'm going to save it for that video. But this is a very interesting fragrance. I've heard people say it smells like a Ventus. It's got a little bit of Ventus in there. But this is kind of like Creation E and a Ventus got together, hooked up, and had a baby. It's got this really nice, spicy, like kind of Coca-Cola, fizzy cola type of vibe when you first spray it on. And that lasts for quite a while, probably about 45 minutes to an hour. So you get some pineapple, you get some pink pepper, giving that effervescent quality to it. There's some aquatic notes in here, adding this interesting aquatic backbone. It's not super predominant, but it's there. You can tell. You get some nice woody patchouli. You get some oak moss added in and blended very well with some cedar and some very clean and dark musks. I like what this fragrance does. Not a huge projector. I get a solid 10 hours of longevity out of it. Spray it on my clothes and I get even longer, 12, 14 hours. It's one of those that it's very masculine. It's a manly man's type of fragrance. It does have that Aventus DNA in it, but it's different. It's not Aventus. It's not Aventus Absolute. It's its own kind of mixture of, like I said, Creation E and Aventus. And I believe that the Spartans, just like on the top of this bottle here, they were hard workers. this bad boy will work hard for you. Because it does for me. So there's 5 blue collar fragrances for you. Let me know down in the comments if you tried any of these. Let me know what your fragrances, that you like to wear when you're out there busting your ass, when you're turning wrenches, when you're turning on saws, when you're drilling through concrete, when you're pouring concrete, or maybe working on a roof. Let me know what fragrances you like to rock. Fragrances are not just meant to be in the office. Fragrances are meant to be added to your PPE list. Nobody wants to work around the stinky guy. Trust me, I know. I've worked around plenty. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my list, and let me know what you do for a living. I'd like to get to know you, but that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And if you enjoyed today's content, then do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, keep smelling great and stay frugal. And I'll see you in the next one.
And you wanna ride